could all rise.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If we'd all remain standing for a moment of silence for those that are suffering in our southern region of the country due to the floods, please keep them all in your thoughts and your prayers.
Notice requirements of the open public meeting will have been satisfied concerning this meeting. The Home District News and the Star Ledger published a notice on October 6, 2023. It was posted on the municipal bulletin board and should be so noted in the minutes of this meeting. Councilman Bauer.
Here.
Councilwoman De Jesus.
Here.
Councilman Ficarra. Councilwoman McCullough.
Here.
Councilwoman Meehan.
Here.
Councilman Patel.
Here.
Councilman Small.
Here.
Vice President Spiller.
Here.
President Anderson.
Here.
Can I get a motion to approve the minutes from September 17th?
Motion.
Second.
Any questions? Favor aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Beginning with second reading ordinances this evening, we're going to take A and B by consent. Both are amendments to Chapter 7, which is the revised ordinance of the Township of Woodbridge regarding traffic. The first is to delete handicap parking spaces on Melbourne Court in Woodbridge and Carolyn Avenue in Colonia. And B is to add a handicap parking space on Southeast Grant Avenue. Can I get a motion that these ordinances be taken up on second and third reading and the public hearing be open?
Motion.
Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. The public hearing is now open on letters A and B. A and B open. Hearing no comment from the public, can I get a motion that the public hearing be closed? The ordinance will both be adopted and submitted to the mayor for approval as required by law.
Motion. Second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Letter C is an ordinance amending the general ordinances, Chapter 17, 17-9, tenant protection, substandard housing, and overcrowding elimination. Can I get a motion that this ordinance be taken up on second, third reading, and the public hearing be open?
Motion.
Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. The public hearing is now open on letter C. Letter C.
John Vitale, Woodbridge. Let us see the ordinance protecting the substantial housing and overcrowding elimination of Woodbridge reverse general ordinances. Now, what we are talking about, we're talking about the overcrowding the houses, which is part of the tenants. And we talk about the protection, the protection of the landlords. Who's going to benefit by it? What are we talking about?
So this is when there's a change of residency with tenants. This is during a time when you change over tenants. Okay, so if you're a landlord, you own a home, and you get a new tenant, all right, there will be an inspection during that time, all right, to make sure that,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was meant to
see? Oh,
No, sorry. Just this one.
So, Council President, that's
Yes.
so that's for private residences renting out their swimming pools
Oh,
to
yes.
to a third party.
I'm sorry,
That's to
confusing the
prohibit that
ordinances,
action.
yes. So they're now with Airbnb, and now people are now doing Airbnb for their pools, and so forth. So there's a safety parameter that needs to be met.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other comments under letter C? There are no other comments on letter C. Can I get a motion that the public hearing be closed, the ordinance be adopted and submitted to the mayor for approval as required by law?
Motion.
Second.
Any questions? In favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Letter D is also a second reading ordinance. This is with regards to entering into a parking lease agreement with St. Andrew's Catholic Church in Avenel. Can I get a motion that this ordinance be taken up in second and third reading and the public hearing be open?
Motion.
Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. The public hearing is now open on letter D only.
John Vitale again, Woodbridge. The ordinance authorizes the direction of the Woodbridge Township enter into the lease agreement within the St. Andrew's Catholic Church in Avenel. I think that's what it is, probably because of new school coming up, which is, I think, great idea. But the idea would be, what kind of lease are we talking about? This is a church. This is the, you know, place of worship, so to speak. What kind of a lease we talking about it? Probably for parking lot, or
We are leasing the parking lot when we need it. If they have a funeral, if they let us know in advance, we will make sure we don't park there. We also have an agreement with the First Presbyterian Church of Avenel to use that lot for employees, staff, construction workers, whatever. During the time when the parking lot behind the school is not available because of the construction, we will have St. Andrews, and that's not part of this agreement, another agreement, the First Presbyterian Church.
what a great idea, Mayor. But again, because a landlord, which is a church now, are they going to be responsible for maintenance of the property, such as of plowing or paving, or the township is going to do it like we do the other places, like a club, or talk about the Woodbridge Elks and things like that? Are we going to help them to maintain the property, like remove the snow, or even pave the parking lot in
No.
case we have to do it?
No.
Because they only use it more like on Sundays, on weekend, right? But you'll be using it the whole week around when the church is not in.
We'll use it when school is open, and everything else, it's theirs. And as I said, if they need it, for example, a funeral, and they know it's going to be the next day or 2 days later, they call the principal, and the principal will let the employees know to park in the First Presbyterian lot.
Thank you. Good.
Any other comments for letter D? Here are no other comments. Can I get a motion that the public hearing be closed, the ordinance be adopted and submitted to the mayor for approval as required by law?
Motion.
Second.
Questions or comments? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Letters E and F for first reading ordinances. Can I get a motion that these two ordinances be passed on first reading, published in the Home News Tribune Friday, October 4th, with notice of public hearing to be held on October 22nd, 2024 at 6 p.m.
Motion.
Second.
Questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Finally, Mr. President, you have 32 resolutions listed. Can I get a motion to approve 1 through 32 by consent?
Motion.
Second.
Any questions or comments from council?
Any abstention?
All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. That's all I have.
Okay, this time we will go into our public portion of the meeting. This is where members of the public are allowed to come up and make their comments. When approaching the microphone, please state your name and section of town that you come from, or the state. You'll have one opportunity to speak up to 5 minutes. Any videotaping that you're doing has to be done in the area that's behind the blue ribbon. And we just ask that there's no poster or signs in the aisles. If you have a poster or sign, please make sure that you hold that, and I'll give you a 1-minute warning.
Sorry, I was trying to get the one over, but it's okay. It's
You can
okay.
be heard, but yeah, you could probably,
all right.
you don't have to tilt that up.
I'm Jessica Mayer Vivinetto from Avenel, Florian. I recently decided I needed to see the inside of things. I knew the horrible things that I've been coming here to talk to you about, but I needed to see them firsthand. So I went there on the afternoon, on the weekend. After paying my admission fee, the only instruction I was given was that if I wanted to participate in anything additional, I would need to purchase tokens. There were no do's, no don'ts, no who is okay to touch or how to touch any animal. The first exhibit of iguanas held 5 or 6 iguanas in a large walk-in enclosure. As I was observing from the outside, a woman quickly walked past me and said, "Don't go in." There were small children in the enclosure, and they were feeding and touching the iguanas with no employee looking and being sure that they were safe. I did take photos and videos. Township of Woodbridge, Code 11, Section 8.4 states that no person within the township shall keep, harbor, or bring into any public space an exotic animal without controlling the animal, so that the animal does not come into any unsolicited physical contact with any other person within the township, or cause the threat of any unsolicited contact with any other person within the township. How is this being enforced if there are no employees there? Are we just under the assumption that we are risking being injured by a lizard by setting foot into an unsupervised enclosure? I also observed adults and children touching starfish, various fish, and even one guest attempting to grab fish out of the tank. During my 2-hour visit, I can count on one hand how many times I saw an employee. There was an employee that collected tokens from a man that did the fishy kisses pedicure. Fish pedicures pose a health risk to both humans and fish. If you're unfamiliar with what this is, you go to Sequest, take off your shoes, have your feet lightly sprayed with vinegar, and you put your feet into a tank of water for the fish to eat your dead sea. Fish could possibly spread infections to customers through open wounds. The video I have of this employee lightly spraying the man's feet with vinegar to disinfect them is a futile attempt of making this look safe for both fish and the animals. New Jersey Administrative Code Title 13 prohibits the use of fish in licensed shops for any pedicure service. If Sequest is not a licensed cosmetology business, how are they offering exfoliation as an experience? The only other employee I saw was a girl who walked a goat around for a few minutes. These 2 goats are kept in a tiny pen 24/7. They do not get to have any type of building. They need to run, to jump, not being in a dark, loud mall. And I must say, it smelled terrible. Another girl brought people in to pet the bagel cats. They're clearly not interested in being touched. There was another woman who brought children in to feed the parakeets, placing food into the children's hands to force them to fly to them and be able to eat. There was no food in this enclosure. Sequest relies on this, their highest paying adventure, for profit. They need to have a supply of food at all times, and not just when the $2 per person is available. They have a lonely toucan in an enclosure. He or she never moved. Outside of the enclosure, they have a sign that says toucans are social birds. They live with flocks of 6 to 22. But Sequest is allowed to have only one. So he entertains the humans to be subjected to a life of loneliness. At no time were there any employees out supervising anywhere. One young boy ran past him yelling, "Doesn't anybody work here?" He was with another small young boy, and no one else was present. Not one of the enclosures had food for any of the animals. Sequest keeps the animals hungry so that they engage with the token of providing guests. I have a video of a flounderfish swimming in a distressful state. Lobsters have their claws bandaged shut. People were touching and looking at starfish. George, the solitary pig, does need urgent medical attention from a vet. He has visible skin issues that are most likely a result of inappropriate living conditions and neglect of proper vet care. I have videos of animals stressfully clawing and climbing through glass enclosures. Videos of what looks to be an oily substance on top of the water. Videos of a limping duck that needs to be seen by a vet. Videos of chickens looking for food, have none in their enclosures, and they have dirty water. Guinea pigs with no food. Pigs no food. So food for the goats, the ducks, the fish, the lizards, the chickens, the otters, the penguins. Nothing, unless you buy a token and you throw them. The volume of noise of screaming children, they're running around is distressing to me. Can you imagine what it's like that, to live for hours and hours every day? Nowhere to go, nowhere to hide, and have a moment's peace.
Thank you for your time and your comments.
Any other comments from the public this evening?
Hi, good evening. My name is Nicole Paternoster. I live in the Avenel section of town. So I am going to specifically address the illegal fish pedicures happening at Sequest. So they do advertise on their website as Fishy Kisses Spa Treatment, so they're not trying to hide what they're doing. And this might seem like a really fun and unique experiences, but these treatments do pose serious dangers. So I first want to note that fish pedicures are illegal in the state of New Jersey. They have been illegal since 2012. The Woodbridge Municipal Code, in alignment with NJSA 45-5B-3J, defines cosmetology as treatments done on the human body for cosmetic purposes and outlines strict sanitation requirements for foot spas and water baths. Specifically, that the water and the area is cleaned out after every patron. This is clearly not done. They are not dumping these fish after every patron. We had people in there on Saturday for 2 hours. The water was never cleaned out. I'm going to guess it is not often cleaned out. They are certainly not doing it after every patron that sticks their feet in there. Fish pedicures cannot meet sanitation standards. The same fish are used on multiple customers. There's practically no way to disinfect live fish between treatments. This creates a high risk of transmitting bacterial infections, including serious illnesses. Microbacteriosis is one. It results in painful skin lesions and other complications. If someone has an open cut or a weakened immune system, they're even more susceptible to infection. This fish nibble on your dead skin. These small wounds can go unnoticed during treatment, increasing the chance of infection. Also, the fish are only fed, and they spoke to the people that work there, the fish are only fed 1 pellet a night in order to make sure that they are hungry enough throughout the day to eat this skin. The use of these fish in a shared water environment, combined with the inability to properly sanitize the fish, turns these spa treatments into a breeding ground for dangerous bacteria. So here's a picture of some. This was from Saturday. It is especially concerning that Sequest is offering these illegal and risky treatments under the name Fishy Kisses Spa Treatment and exposing children. So this is available for children and adults to put their feet in here with the fish. I strongly urge the council to take immediate action to stop these unsafe and illegal practices, prioritizing the health and safety of our community. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Carrie Espuga. I was born and raised in New Jersey and currently reside down in Seaside Park. I have 3 reasons why Woodbridge Sequest needs to be shut down: a threat to human health, a threat to animal health, and they've already received a 32-page violation from New Jersey Fish and Wildlife. There's also been a complaint submitted to the FTC, which was 19 pages. So you would think that with 51 pages of complaints and violations, that Sequest permits would be revoked. Number 1, human safety. The animal interactions are encouraged by Sequest, jeopardizing the health of customers, especially those most vulnerable, like children. The investigative report showed 34 incidents of bites, some with stitches. Guests were bitten by otters, iguanas, sloths, wallabies, coatimundis, pigs, turtles, kinkajous, and fish, all bites. In addition to sustaining these injuries, these people are being exposed to different zoonotic diseases, like, for example, salmonella and rabies from otters, chickens, and ducks. Pigs can give strep and Yersinia and rabies, sloth rabies, turtles and iguanas, salmonella. Rabbits can give mites, ringworm, rabies. Parakeets can give mycobacterium. Even dipping your hand in the water where the fish and stingrays are, you can get mycobacterium. In fact, there was a 3-year-old who got salmonella after just touching fish food at the Woodbridge location. There's a big ongoing national investigation. We're asking for the interaction with wild animals to cease and desist, which is a violation of Section 5 of the FTC Act, and we're going to work our hardest with the state and town officials to do the same. Colorado and Connecticut have already shut down. On my recent visit to the Woodbridge location, I saw the floors outside the aquarium were black and filthy. I didn't see any antibacterial lotion or hand washing stations for the guests. And regarding animal safety, the touching in New Jersey Fish and Wildlife number 6 states feeding portals must be monitored at all times for staff. There were no staff watching the interactions of the feeding or the touching, especially with the iguanas. And the reason New Jersey Fish and Wildlife put that together was so the kids aren't giving non-approved food to these animals. But there was no staff monitoring that. So that's one of the violations out of the 32 pages. At my visit, they were not given any instruction. We were not given any instruction. We were shocked to see there was no supervision for the walk-in pens. The kids were touching the iguanas, touching the starfish. The guinea pigs were actually hiding from the kids. They didn't like the interaction. And the stench in the farm section was horrific, worse than a farm. I'm not sure if they haven't checked the ventilation or if it's 5 years of stagnant air, but it reeks. The aquarium walls were filthy with scum. And regarding the enclosures, the iguana was panicking on the glass. and the pig was on a thin layer of straw over concrete and was pacing back and forth. The goats, chickens, and python definitely didn't have enough space. The duck was limping, fish were overcrowded, and I saw flies on the little bit of food that they did have. As far as violations, we're working with two different groups here. The Fish and Wildlife, they're in charge of the health permits for farm animals, chickens, goats, and sheep, etc. But then on the other side, the Health and Human Services are for the farm animals, whereas the Fish and Wildlife are for the exotic.
You have 1 minute remaining.
So exotic permits, again, are issued by the New Jersey Fish and Wildlife, and when we went to that meeting, they had no idea this was going on. They said the committees don't have oversight on the permitting and investigation process. People in the room were shocked that a place like Sequest even existed here. There's definitely a disconnect. 2 weeks ago, September 18th, New Jersey Fish and Wildlife did an inspection. The report's not ready. That's 2 weeks more of possible disease spreading, 2 weeks more of animal suffering. It's a clear violation of Woodbridge Code 11-8.1 that states no permit shall be issued until it has been determined by the Health and Human Service Department upon inspection that a place is suitable. So if they got the renewal in March 2024, but when we inquired, there was no inspection report. That's the part we don't understand. So these permits are being renewed, but are they being inspected by the Health and Human Service Department?
Thank you for your comments.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Are there any other comments from the public this evening?
Thank you, well done. Looking on a 27 agreement, John Gazzara again. On the 27 agreement, College Engineering and Design Incorporated, DBA Mystic Consulting for the professional engineering on Homer Avenue. I believe that's in Avenel. What are we talking about? That section of the road towards the east? Or what kind of engineering do you do
Are
in
you
Homer
referring
Avenue?
to one of the ordinances?
Resolution number 27.
Right, 27.
Resolution, okay. Let me just,
We're extending Omar Avenue directly into the area across the street where right now it's Setness Products, which is abandoned. The company moved out. The land is under the control, I believe, of the redevelopment agency. So we're just extending Omar Avenue for the ease of all those warehouses to come out to the traffic light there and make a left and a right without going down Paddock and making up multiple other turns.
So that's going to go towards Route 1, right? 1 and 9.
No,
Is it going to cross Rowe Avenue or is it going to go,
it's going to cross Rahway Avenue. Omar Avenue intersects Rahway and ends. So Omar Avenue is going to be extended into the complex.
so we talk about warehouses, the one over there behind the diagnostic center?
Yes, they'll have better access to
Good, thank you.
Rahway Avenue and the Turnpike.
Any other comments from the public this evening? If there are no other comment, can I get a motion that the public comment portion be closed?
Second.
Questions or comments? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
we're going to go into the agenda portion of our meeting, at which time I will begin. I have some updates regarding our recreation department. So our fall rec soccer program is up and running with practices during the week, games on the weekend, and our 4 weeks of free training for all ages begin on October 7th. Our fall rec baseball kicks off its season tonight. The games are played 6 days a week, ages 3 to 14. So we're getting 3-year-olds out playing baseball, which is great. Fall rec softball kicks off tonight as well, and free clinics for grades 5th through 8th begin this weekend, and registration is now open for the winter rec basketball and winter rec wrestling. Visit the Township Recreation website and click on the Community Pass to register. We also have a few opportunities throughout the township for those that are looking for employment. If you check the Woodbridge Township page. In particular, if you're interested in law enforcement, we do have a position, you can apply now for, to become a Woodbridge Township Auxiliary Police Officer. It's on the website. The requirements are you must be a U.S. citizen, must be 18 or older, have a high school diploma or a GED. You must also have a valid driver's license and be a resident of Woodbridge Township. You must pass a background check and be in good physical condition. Must attend and graduate from the Middlesex County Auxiliary Police Academy. And you can contact 732-634-4500 extension 7395, or you can email david.balint, B-A-L-I-N-T, at twp.woodbridge.nj.us. And there's also recently, I know we have a few firemen here, but Woodbridge Volunteer Fire Company, find your place, join Woodbridge Fire Company #1 and become a part of a dedicated team. Apply now and make a difference. And you can go on to the Woodbridge Volunteer Fire Company Facebook page, and you can find your place in the fire company. I also want to acknowledge a couple of high school students that are here today. Thanks for coming to our meeting. And is it for a class that you guys have? Yeah? Very good. All right. Nice to see you here. And move over to Council Vice President Spiller.
Thank you, Council President Anderson. Item number 8, Cloverleaf redevelopment. We had a groundbreaking ceremony at the site last week. Sprouts, a supermarket that offers a wide selection of natural organic foods, including fresh produce, bulk foods, vitamins, supplements, packaged groceries, meat, and more, is one of the main anchor tenants assigned to a lease. Potential other tenants include Cava Restaurant, Duck Donuts, and Habit Burger, just to name a few. Completion is slated less than a year. I drive by today, I saw they went vertical, so the metal beams are being in place, so that's very exciting. Number 9, please join me and the rest of the Avenel Fire Department for our annual Fire Prevention Week open house next Saturday, October 12th, from 10 to 1 at the Avenel Fire Department, Avenel Firehouse at Route 1 and Avenel Street. We'll have all our engines, our equipment, ambulance, first aid squad. It's always a nice day. Also, if you have any little ones in school 4 and 5 or 23, we'll be visiting those schools on Tuesday and Wednesday for the annual Fire Prevention Assembly. Item number 13, just a reminder that the construction is ongoing at school 4 and 5. I want to thank all the parents and for all their assistance through the first month of school. Looking at today, the exterior perimeter wall has been completely formed. So just like Cloverleaf, they're rocking and rolling too. The rest of my agenda is in order, Council President. Just one announcement: Lee Street in Port Reading is scheduled to be milled and paved, which is expected to be started this Friday, weather permitting, and next Friday. Thank you all of emergency responders, fire, EMS, and Woodbridge Police Department, CERT, all of our public works and township employees. God bless America. Thank you, Council President Anderson.
Councilman Bauer.
Thank you, Council President. My agenda is in order. I just have some announcements and reminders from our last meeting. Ford's Fire Company Fire Prevention Open House will be held on Monday, October 7th, and Tuesday, October 8th, from 5:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. at 667 King George Road in Fords. Come down to the firehouse, meet your local firefighters, and learn about fire safety. It's a great time for the whole family. Hope on Fire Prevention Open House will be held on Saturday, October 12th, from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. at 127 Loretta Street in Hope Lawn. Ford's Business Committee Trunk or Treat Cruise Night / Car Show will be held on Monday, October 21st, from 5:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. at Sipperstein's Paints. That's located at 372 New Brunswick Avenue in Fords. Come out for food, music, costume contest, and more. That's all I have, Council President.
Thank you. Councilman Small.
Thank you, Council President. Port Reading Fire Open House will be held October 9th from 5:30 to 8 p.m. Meet your firefighters, hands-on demonstration. They'll have the fire prevention trailer, snacks giveaways, and bicycle raffles. On October 29th, Port Reading Fire EMS will be hosting Trunk or Treat from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. We ask attendees please bring an unwrapped toy donation. We will be donating to the Children's Hospital as we always do in December. Just a reminder, number 15, the light parade will be held on November 30th We're 6 weeks away. It's coming fast. It'll be bigger and better than last year. God bless all our first responders, our township employees, and God bless America. Thank you, Council President.
Thank you very much. Councilwoman DeJesus.
Thank you, Council President. I just have a few announcements. Two from Councilman Ficarra. The Woodbridge Community Center will be hosting a Zumba pop-up class on Fridays from 5:15 to 6 p.m. in Studio A, and that will be October 4th, the 11th, the 18th, and the 25th. Members and non-members are welcome, and this is all at the Woodbridge Community Center. Also, as part of youth services, Vaping 101, what every parent and guardian needs to know, will be held Wednesday, October 16th at the Acacia Youth Center. Don't Get Vaped in poster and public service announcement context will run from November 1st to April 25th. The calendars for Acacia, Highland, and Evergreen Youth Centers are out. Highland Grove Family has a fun open house on Friday, October 11th between 6 and 8. And the Woodbridge Youth Leadership Council will be meeting Wednesday, November 13th at 6 p.m. at Acacia. I would like to thank everyone that participated in making the Hispanic Heritage Festival a success, especially Director Brian Molnar from the Woodbridge Community Center and Eileen Caggiano. If it wasn't for Eileen, we wouldn't have had a festival, so I'm truly appreciative of her. Also, Woodbridge High School Choir participated. Noches de Colombia was there, and they also sponsored one of the bands. And, you know, Busing Empanadas was there, and that's a very popular vendor. So I just want to thank everyone that participated, all the vendors, and it was a great day. The Barron Art Center is hosting Lily Tobon, Deconstructed, and she is a Colombian artist, and she will be on view from October 2nd to October 25th. The reception is tomorrow from 6 to 8 at the Barron Art Center. For more information, you can call them at 732-634-0413. And again, it's a free event. We are celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month from September 15th through October 15th. So if you're looking for something to see, I highly recommend for you to come to the reception or just any time in October to visit and see her wonderful artwork. The Barron Art Center is also hosting Barron Fest, which is Woodbridge's 17th annual Fine Arts and Crafts Festival. This will be Saturday, October 12th in Parker Press, right behind here, from 12 to 4. Again, if you want to start Christmas shopping early, this is one of those events that I highly suggest you visit because they have a lot of nice artwork and jewelry, and everything is handmade. And now moving on to the Woodbridge Public Library. They will be training for New English as a second language volunteers to host conversation groups and beginning English classes in Woodbridge Township libraries, which will begin in October. You can contact Literacy New Jersey at 908-486-1777, extension 400, for more information. Fort's Library will host Sidewalk Astronomy on Thursday, October 10th at 7:30 p.m., weather permitting. Registration is recommended. Cultural events in October at the library include Bomba Beats to celebrate Puerto Rican culture this Thursday, Uncovering Historical Myth, a History Alive program with professional reenactors will be Thursday, October 17th, and Oktoberfest, a program that will be held on Friday, October 18th at 2 p.m. And again, all these programs that are free, and you can register online at woodbridgepubliclibrary.org, or you can call any of the branches for more information. That is all that I have. Thank you.
Thank you. And I did, when you mentioned Councilman Vaccaro, it reminded me, I did miss out on the mentioning the Hall of Fame banquet is on October 13th at the Community Center. You can get your tickets by contacting the Recreation Department, so there's still time to do so, and come out and celebrate our local high school athletic heroes. Move on to Councilwoman Meehan.
Thank you, Council President. I just have one item on my agenda. It's just a reminder for next Saturday, October 12th. We will be holding our annual breast cancer walk down in Mid Avenue and Oktoberfest. The walk leads from St. John Vianney's at noon and will proceed to Springwood Swim Club, where we'll be holding an Oktoberfest. The walk is $10 a person, and the Oktoberfest is free, but there is a charge for our beer garden and the food. All proceeds from the two events will be donated to two Colonia families, Melissa Sanzari, who's 31, and Ben Leary, who's 9, both of Colonia that are battling cancer. So we invite you to come out and join us and support these families, and that's all I have tonight. Thank you. Oh, and Public Works, thank you for the pink line down at Mid Avenue today. Appreciate it.
Councilman Patel.
Yes, thank you, Council President. Also, my agenda is law in order. I have just a few announcements. Last night, the Avenel Performing Arts Center hosted a preview of the documentary titled Destination Oak Tree Road in Islin, and it is produced by the PBS Television New Jersey in collaboration with the Vyas Productions. The film highlights the transformation of Oak Tree Road over the past 3 decades, evolving from a regular retail street into a vibrant Indian business district. Our mayor, along with Edison Mayor Sam Joshi, attended the event, joined by prominent community leaders and business owners. The documentary will air on PBS New Jersey Television tomorrow. That's Tuesday, October 2nd, 2020.
Today's Tuesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. October 2nd is Wednesday.
So maybe it's tonight then.
Okay. Today's the first.
Today's the first.
Tomorrow's the second, Wednesday.
So I think I'm.
Sorry, girl.
No, you're right. It's a Wednesday. Yeah, so it's going to be, the documentary will air on PBS New Jersey Television tomorrow. That's Wednesday, October 2nd, 2024 at 8 p.m. If you are interested in watching the documentary, please make sure to watch PBS tomorrow at 8 p.m. Also this year, the Woodbridge Garden Club is celebrating the 50th anniversary of the Garden for the Blind and Physically Handicapped. This 50th anniversary celebrations will take place on next Saturday, October 5, 2024, from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. at the Easley Library. During the event, club members will share tips on creating and maintaining a successful garden. If you are interested in gardening, don't miss this special occasion. Please make sure to be at the Easley Library next Saturday from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. That's all for tonight.
Thank you very much, and we have one more comment from Councilwoman DeJesus, but thank you.
Yes. I forgot to announce our Woodbridge Police Department is hosting Coptoberfest on Sunday, October 20th from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. at Parker Press. It's an event, family event. Again, it's Sunday, October 20th from 3 to 6 p.m. There will be food, live music, games, a ton of vendors, a petting zoo, pumpkin face painting, and so much more. It's free entry. It's a wonderful day to have a wonderful family event. Again, Coptoberfest, October 20th, which is on a Sunday from 3 to 6.
And I saw something online yesterday. I think tomorrow is Coffee with the Cop
Coffee
at
with the
Wawa.
Cop at Wawa.
Tomorrow from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. So when you run into Wawa on King George's Road, and is that King George's Road and Ford's, you can pop in.
Yeah, from 7 to 9.
Head into work and, have a quick conversation with the police officer. I think that's a great idea. And also, Councilman Patel, so it's PBS tomorrow, 8 p.m., and they're going to talk about the downtown in Islam, the development and everything, right? That's great. Great that we're on PBS. Okay. Councilwoman McCall.
Thank you, Council President. I just have a few announcements. Coming up this Saturday, October the 5th, the Relay for Life is having their Zumbathon at the Woodbridge Community Center from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. There's still time to get in, so go on Facebook, their Facebook page, and check that out. Also, there's still time to sign up for the Frank Gagnon Fishing Derby, which is going to be held on Saturday, October the 12th. You can get signed up at this if you go to communitypass.net, and you can sign yourself up there, and that's a really fun event for a lot of the young kids in town. Also, the Chamber of Commerce will be having their 60th Annual Chairman's Awards Dinner on October 17th at the Delta Hotel. There's still time to get your tickets. Log on to the Chamber website and select events to purchase your tickets. I believe that is all I have for today. Please keep our military in your thoughts and prayers for a successful mission and a safe return home. God bless America. Thank you, Council President.
And the fishing derby starts at 9 a.m.?
It is from 9 to 12.
9 to 12,
And
okay.
there's always really great prizes for the people who win.
It is. Fun day. Mr. Mitch?
Thank you, Mr. President. Under my agenda, letter B is new since we last met, which is liquor license transfer for Clove 12 Resto Bar, Marconi Avenue, Island. By the time we see each other next, I'll be adding letter C, which is a new liquor license transfer from MC Lemon Tree to Violets, which is going to be a restaurant right across the street here at 10 Main Street. Under elections, the county has sent out, we're expecting back between 90,000 and 100,000 ballots countywide. So if you've received your mail-in ballots, they can be dropped in one of our 2 drop boxes here at Town Hall or at the main library or any other drop boxes countywide. The 2 other comments, one is a reminder we have Mr. Pajowski for the Board of Health immediately after legal, and following that, we're going to retire into executive session. At that time, the public has to leave the room.
Thank you very much. Director Simaluka.
Thank you, Council President. I have 2 items on my agenda tonight. I have tax and sewer overpayments, and I have 100% disabled veteran exemption. Thank you.
Assistant Director Niski.
Thank you, Council President. My agenda is more.
Director Darty.
Thank you. Just our standard bi-weekly refund resolutions. Thank you, Council President.
Director Brew.
Thank you, Council President. I have 2 items. First, the final change order for 2023 building and resurfacing program, growth program. And the second is the agreement between the NJDOT and DOW for a cutter stock road bridge over the North Jersey coastline. Clarified road bridge. Thank you.
I believe nothing to see. Okay.
We'll go into the Board of Health meeting with Mr. Pajowski.
Thank you, Mr. Mitch and Council President Anderson. Agenda is in order, but I want to announce a couple of events from that agenda. Our last of 3 rabies clinics for this year will be held on Tuesday, October the 15th from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. at our health center, which is located right next door to Woodbridge High School. This is free to residents who have a current dog or cat license. If you don't have a current license, you can get one at the clinic. For any additional information, please call our licensing clerk, Joanne, at 732-855-0600, extension 5004. Our annual health fair will be on Saturday, October the 19th, from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Also at our health center. There will be a Halloween theme. There'll be something for people of all ages, trick-or-treating, games and crafts, free flu shots. Our mobile health unit will be there for free screenings, and a variety of other health service vendors. For more information, it can be found on our township website or the health department Facebook page. And lastly, our animal shelter, we have Coptober. Well, we have Adoptober, where there will be half price on cat adoptions throughout this month. For details, you can call the animal shelter, which is located at 195 Woodbridge Avenue in Seawarren at 732-855-0600, extension 2034. And thank you. That's all I have for tonight.
Thank you very much.
Any questions?
Any questions?
If I can then get approval on a resolution that reads Section 8 of the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, Public Laws of 1975, permits the exclusion of the public from a meeting in certain circumstances, and where it's the opinion of this body that these circumstances existed so that the council can go into executive session to discuss collective bargaining agreements with Local 469. Can I get a motion to approve Resolution 33?
Motion.
Second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. We'll now go into executive session. At this time, I'd like to ask the public to please leave the room for approximately 15 minutes. Okay, Mr. President, we are back in session at 6:47. I have a resolution to present to, which will number 34, which is a resolution to approve a memorandum of agreement between the Township of Woodbridge and Local 469 Division of Streets and Sewers Supervisor. Can I get a motion to approve the resolution?
Motion.
Second.
Questions or comments? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you, meeting adjourned.
Motion.
Second.
Aye.
Sorry.